Welcome, everyone, to University Stadium, home to the Lobos of the University of New Mexico, and the fans here are fired up for this clash. Today, we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see, the Air Force Falcons taking on the winners of 5 straight, the New Mexico Lobos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Falcons will kick it off to get us underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So New Mexico's offense will get the first crack at it here. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Caught close to the marker. It's Pope. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Lobos will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and get the tip, get the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
To the air, it's Dampier. Throws to the back. Makes the grab. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. That's caught. It's Pope. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Lobos look to do some damage in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw it again. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Using his feet to buy time. And he runs it in for the score.
defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Air Force Falcons offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. The give to the fullback. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
Give to the big fullback. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Making sure the fullback gets a touch there, and good pickup there, 5 or 6.
Yeah, and he's a north-south runner. You just give this guy a little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets upfield quickly. And that guy...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Busha. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to do.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He's going to pass. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for space, it's Henry. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll try the jet sweep here. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. They'll run the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Lobos have pushed it inside the 20. Now from inside the red zone. Got his man quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, just keeps firing. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, New Mexico! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by 10 over Wisconsin. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Back to pass, it's Busha. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker, you could tell, locked in on the quarterback, chases him down, gets to him, not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle, gets him on the ground.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to run for it. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. The short hands, it's Sanders. Makes the catch and he's brought down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Open space at the 25. Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards. And
touchdown, Lobos! What a grab and go for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the 1st down. You got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
To give to the big fullback. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The back goes in motion. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. Open runway ahead. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll leave it with him. Runs through a tackle. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. He's got him in the flat. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the 1st half.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Carson. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. And the Falcons are threatening in the red zone. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Air Force! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man's journey is stopped, but there is a flag on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate from a fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him. Makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
Second down coming up. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Wiggles free. He's going to run it. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Lobos will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to the ground. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Busha. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. The Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. Just about set for the second half kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
He leaves it with the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
And the Falcons decide to punt it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He makes the connection. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Henry. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This offense has a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's Henry. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The Lobos will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block, and the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Leaves it with the back. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Across the 25, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Lobos have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. On the move, he fires. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Using the spin move.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
He'll keep it himself. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, looking for a man. Touchdown, Lobos! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on him. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. On the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Here comes the offense on second down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a first down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes, just hit you in the mouth.
Big fullback's got it. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Falcons have pushed it inside the 20. Goes to the option. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now on the option. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on 4th down. Here comes the option. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Falcons!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season. About
to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got a man. It's Pope. Still on his feet up to 45. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Here we go. The Lobos have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. To the air. It's Dampier. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Snagged in the middle. It's Henry. Touchdown, New Mexico! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They'll throw it on first down. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hand off to the fullback. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
The Falcons in the hurry-up.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down. He'll pull it down and run. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Getting some heat. Using his legs to buy some time. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He'll throw on 3rd down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Touchdown, Lobos! And the route is on. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by a field goal over Syracuse. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the offense falls on the football, but they are short of the line to gain. It'll be a turnover on down. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Looking to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got room on the return. Touchdown, New Mexico. How about that D coming up with a play like that? That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And the returner will be brought down. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Busha. He's taking a deep shot. It's complete, a huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Wants to throw on 1st down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Now on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. They'll go to the air. Complete. Smashes through. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Instead, they're still way, way behind. Pulls and fires complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Makes his connection. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. On the move is the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense set for a first down play. Dropping back, it's Busha. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Let's see what they do on third down. Trying play action. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0. Ball game is over. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part and the meat of this schedule now is coming up. If you play well throughout the second half of the year, we're talking college football playoff potentially, David.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it.
Welcome, everyone, to Logan, Utah and the Beehive State. We're here at Maverick Stadium, home to the Utah State Aggies, and eager for this clash. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Pope. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Lobos offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Makes the catch and knocked down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Back to throw. It's Dampier. They're trying to get to him. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Let's go. And the Lobos are on the move. Quarterback on the keeper. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Let's see what they've got on second down. Off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Receivers always have to be so careful around the sideline to not step out accidentally. So give that receiver credit. Nice job on the route to bring the ball in while on a tight route.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that.
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Aggies offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Utah State up-tempo. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. After 45 on his way. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They'll give it to him again.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He looks that one in nicely. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Fast motion from the offense. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Yeah, and this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in 1st downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. Running back goes in motion. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Grab near the marker, it's Sanders. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across